the transactions that he made. Ineffective a president he was. He was so ineffective.
Trump attacks Obama's Harvard Law. Barack silences him with one powerful reply. The stage was set for what everyone expected to be just another political forum. But in the first 60 seconds, one sentence would turn the night upside down. Donald Trump thought he had the upper hand.
Because I was going around 3-4 months ago screaming, this system's rigged. Then I started winning by so much that it didn't matter whether or not it was rigged.
Barack Obama knew better.
The things that has distinguished us in the past has been this basic idea.
What happened next left the press, the audience, and millions at home completely stunned. You won't believe how fast one calm reply dismantled the bravado on stage. Stay with me to the end. The Grand Hall of the National Constitution Center in Philadelphia glimmered under bright lights. Cameras surrounded the stage, capturing every angle for the nation's eyes. Hundreds of journalists waited, pens poised, microphones live, every heartbeat magnified in anticipation. On one side, Donald J. Trump, his signature smirk in place, prepared to dominate with bravado and theatrics. On the other, Barack Obama, calm, composed, exuding a quiet confidence honed over years of navigating the world's toughest stages. The moderator asked a simple question about leadership and expertise. What should have been an innocuous moment turned into the opening salvo. Trump leaned into the microphone, his voice booming. You see these experts in Washington? They talk, they pontificate, they flaunt their fancy degrees, but they don't know how to make deals. They don't know how to win. And look at Barack here, Harvard Law, very fancy. Professor, they said. But what did it do for the country? 8 years of speeches, beautiful speeches, but a mess. I, on the other hand, built things. I did things. A cruel smirk played across his lips. The audience tensed. Even the moderator froze. Trump believed he had set the stage for humiliation. He leaned closer. All that Harvard, all that education, what's it worth if you can't deliver? The laughter, the smirks, the half-horrified glances, they all faded as Obama held his gaze. Not a flicker of anger, not a trace of fluster, just steady, deliberate attention. For a long, silent beat, the room held its breath. Then Obama leaned forward, voice calm, precise. You're right about one thing, Donald. I am proud of my Harvard Law degree. He paused. Let the words sink. The air felt charged, electric. But clearly, we see this degree very differently. You see a piece of paper, a title, a brand. I see the responsibility it carries. The opportunity it represents to do something meaningful, to change the trajectory of a nation, to serve people who never had the advantages you were born into. Trump's smirk faltered. He had expected anger, a defensive reply. Not this steady, piercing clarity. Obama continued, his voice dropping slightly, each word a blade. You mock education because to you, it's just a tool for status, a label, a way to show membership in a club. For me, Harvard was the start of a journey. I didn't have a wealthy father to co-sign loans. I didn't inherit privilege. I worked, I studied, I fought for every opportunity. That's what my degree represents. The hall went dead silent. Journalists stopped typing mid-sentence. Cameras lingered on Trump's face. It's not about being elite. It's about what's possible when talent, character, and determination meet opportunity. That's the American dream, Mr. Trump. And you and I, we seem to understand it very differently. Trump's usual bravado wavered. His voice, which moments ago had dominated the room, faltered. The smirk disappeared. He opened his mouth, but the words didn't come. The room's tension was palpable, like a storm trapped inside four walls. Obama's gaze never wavered. Each pause, each measured breath, amplified the pressure. It was more than a response. It was a lesson in restraint, dignity, and leadership. Slowly, a ripple of realization spread. What Trump thought would embarrass Obama had exposed him instead. The dynamic on stage had completely shifted. The audience, once tense and uncertain, began to applaud. Not loud, brash cheering, but deep, resonant, thoughtful recognition. The press corps was frozen. Analysts would later call it one of the most powerful moments in political debate history. a masterclass in handling provocation with calm authority. Trump, on the other hand, sat back, slack-jawed, his earlier confidence crumbling. Every gesture, every word, every carefully prepared insult had been countered, not with attack, but with truth, precision, and moral clarity. Obama's words weren't about scoring points. They were about meaning, about integrity, about showing a country and a world that true leadership is measured not by noise or bravado, but by the courage to face reality and act with principle. Millions watching at home felt the shift. The narrative wasn't about Harvard. It wasn't even about Trump. It was about what it truly means to lead, to rise above ego, and to turn confrontation into a lesson the nation could carry forward. Even the moderator, who had braced for chaos, could only nod silently. Cameras captured Trump's face, red, defeated, utterly checkmated. The bravado that defined him was gone. In its place, stunned recognition of what happens when truth meets composure. This wasn't a victory in the traditional sense. It was a demonstration of quiet power, of moral authority over bluster. A reminder that education, character, and integrity can speak louder than volume, insults, or theatrics. And for viewers watching, the lesson lingered. The next time someone mocks what you've earned, the calmest, most measured reply can leave the loudest person silenced in seconds.